On this episode of Tooth and Claw TV, we've got another self-filmed coyote hunt for you. It's the breeding season. We're running a lot of coyote vocals. Let's get right to the action. Got down and one down a lot of wind. There's another one out there, so we can't get it to come on out. They come across from left to right. Man, I just couldn't get on. I was whooping at them and everything. Well, getting pretty lucky on it, but there's another self-filmed coyote. Makes 2 in a row. Actually, 2 of the last 3 days I've self-filmed coyotes, so pretty pumped about that. Which of course I think if had a cameraman here, we probably could have killed a double right there, but hey, I'll definitely take the single. Let's go get this thing. All right, right here it is. Man, I feel like I got pretty lucky here. Actually called 2 coyotes up and I couldn't get the camera on them. They was up here on top of this ridge and they come over. I said, well, man, they seen something they didn't like or whatever, because you know, out in the snow you stick out like a sore thumb. But sure enough, all of a sudden here come one, split off, come right down the edge of this woods, and right here it is.
Hi folks, my name is Gabe Jenkins. I'm a deer and elk coordinator for the Department of Fish and Wildlife. Here today to talk about predators and predator management, specifically coyotes. And what we really wanted to kind of focus on were the coyotes' effect on our adult deer. We know that it does happen across the state. In our research, we've not been able to document some of our adult deer being taken by coyotes, but we realize it does happen. Coyotes are very efficient predators. We realize that when the majority of that predation comes into effect, it's usually late winter, early spring, when there's not a lot of habitat on the ground, specifically when it's really cold or snowpack. They're also good about taking some of the weak or the sick or the diseased animals that didn't do well through the season. So we know it happens. We encourage hunters to get out, extend your season, try coyote hunting. You can make a difference as far as whitetail population go, and it's a lot of fun. And we encourage folks to get out there.
Man, we had another awesome coyote stand this morning. It's pretty windy this morning, about a 15-mile-an-hour wind, and it's cold, about 15 or 16 degrees. But hey, we got another coyote down. We started the stand off with female soar howls, and then switched to female yodel howls, and then went into pup distress 3. Took about probably 12-minute mark. I seen a pair of coyotes come across the ridge, and you're not going to see footage of the pair. I never could get the camera on them. You know, I'm running the camera and on the gun myself. It's a little tough, but after they got over the ridge, this female split off and started coming right to me, which worked out perfect. She come right down that edge, offered me a Easy 125-yard shot. Put the crosshairs on her and dumped her right there. Man, made for an awesome hunt. Been a fun week, and man, it just don't get no better than this. If you've been keeping up with our last few hunts, you'll see we've been running a breeding season type sequence. A lot of howls, a lot of coyote vocals. So this should prove to you that there's a lot more sounds out there than just prey distress. Thanks for joining us on Tooth and Claw TV.